So we've just switched back to the Barbarian inside Diablo Immortal, and it's time that we really start to put together our build. Now, I want something that's going to just drop passive damage while I'm farming in the open world, PvE related stuff as well. I'm not really trying to build something right now for PvP. The skills I have set up are interchangeable, at least some of them. I'm going with Lacerate because I like the bleed effect damage that we get from one of the secondary or one of the primary pieces of gear. Whirlwind, of course. Sprint, of course. Ground Stomp. I go back and forth. We can go with Furious Charge. We can go with Leap. And Wrath of the Berserker is basically a must use. But now it's time to kind of look at what we want to do here for the rest of the pieces of gear. Now, I essentially put something in very quickly just the other day when we swapped, but it's time to dig a little bit deeper and really decide what we want. And I think I'm gonna go here with Sprint also leaves tornadoes in the path. Leaving the tornadoes in the path is gonna just drop more passive damage. Let's see what else we have here. Demoralize, Wrath of the Berserker, Loss of Control, Demoralize, no. Ground Stomp, no. Wrath of the Berserker duration, that is a nice one. I do like that, although it doesn't really help for the open world farming, at least is not as much. Increases the damage dealt. Yes, there's some really good ones in here, but for what I'm looking for, we're going to want to go with Sprint also leaves tornadoes. So let's go ahead. We're going to switch that over right now. Sprint also leaves tornadoes. Okay, and at least it's a cool looking one. I like the look of this helmet, which is nice because I like for my character to look pretty nasty when we're doing this stuff. All right, now what do we have set over here? Whirlwind now sheds armor, increasing all damage enemies take by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. This is definitely a nice piece, but let's see what else we have for the chest to kind of break it down. Chain Spear, no. Hammer of the Ancients, no. Whirlwind throws tornadoes. Now there is a pair of secondary weapon, I believe, that can make these tornadoes be on fire, and I think that's what we're really trying to get to there. So I think we're going to be going with the tornadoes from Whirlwind. Pulls all enemies, no. Sheds armor is a very good one because it does drop a lot more damage, but we are going to switch it up and we're going to go with the tornadoes from Whirlwind because it's just going to throw extra damage out there, so I can essentially spam a mob of enemies with fire, with tornadoes, and just with hell burning beyond them. Now this is the one that I'm going to keep. Sprint also leaves a trail of flames, dealing 5,000 damage to enemies over 4 seconds. Essentially, I'm going to have a big trail of flame behind me that we're going to keep. Now, Lacerate inflicts bleeding that deals 7,600 damage over 30 seconds. I actually do like this, but let's see what other options we have for the primary weapon. Hammer of the Ancients, no. Lacerate. Whirlwind damage. Whirlwind radius increased, but the movement speed decreased. I love it being larger. I really hate it being slower though, so we're not going to go with that. Hammer of the Ancients. Whirlwind now inflicts a stacking chill. When Frenzy is fully stacked, we're not doing that. Grab. Who uses grab? Does anyone ever use grab? Whirlwind now causes you to spin and charge forward, dealing damage. No, we're not going to do that. Hammer of the Ancients. No. Ooh, what is this one here? Wind now draws on the power of... No. Whirlwind now draws on the power of the wind to deal increased damage with no longer reducing your movement speed. So this means this is something that I need to get right here. Bitter Wind. We're going to take note of that. That is something that I'm going to want because then I'm going to be able to use Sprint and continuously go super fast, whirlwinding with the flames, with the tornado. So we need... What is this? This is our primary. We need Bitter Wind. Note has been taken. That's going to be the end game piece right here. All right. Now, what else do we have? Let's see. We are going with the Reservist Sidearm right now. Wrath of the Berserker now increases critical hit chance instead of attack speed. But there's another piece here that I really like that I do not have yet. It's one of the newer pieces. This is going to be the range of Hammer, a lot of Hammer of the Ancient stuff, which we're not using. Chain Spear, no. Frenzy, no. Wrath of the Berserker now causes nearby enemies to burn. This is the one that we need. Sundered Legacy. Sundred Legacy. Sundred. Boom. We need a new primary and we need a new secondary to make this build proper. Now, what are we using for pants? Ground Stomp. Not really. I'm not really into Ground Stomp. Let's see what else. Let's see what other options they have for pants. Ground Stomp is okay. It doesn't do anything for my speed. Leap grants a shield that absorbs damage. I like the idea of the shield. Ground Stomp now affects all nearby enemies, produces an earthquake. Sprint now causes you to run continuously. Leap damage increased. Furious Charge now charges to a location, damaging all nearby enemies. I may go with Furious Charge, actually. Chain Spear. Furious Charge now causes you to drag enemies. Let's switch this out. We're gonna go Furious Charge now charges to a location. Screaming Fury. Let's switch this up to the Screaming Fury. I'm going to mess around with this a little bit. This is the one, as I mentioned, that really matters the least. This is the one that's the most interchangeable. All right, so let's actually switch up our skill as well. We haven't used, oh, look at that Undying Rage just screaming at me there. We haven't used Furious Charge in a minute. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, that doesn't, I do like that. Really lets you go where you need to go very quickly. Now, it's also worth noting, our secondary gear, we have not really got anything in place yet. We just switched classes. I'm putting on whatever's strongest, but what I'm going for is I really want to unlock the Vithu and the Grace pieces. Do I have any of them yet? You know what we could do? Let's come on over here and let's take a look. See that smoke behind me? If we want to craft something, that's a Flagellant. No. Shalbas. No. No. Nope. Wolves. Nope. There we go. So Vithu I want to get 2 pieces of. Increases the duration of all your beneficial effects on you or your party members by 30%. I need to get a 2-piece of this to have this unlocked. Then I want to get a 4-piece of, where is the other one that I was talking about? What was it? Grace of the Flagellant, I believe it's called. There it is. All continual damage, channeled damage, and persistent ground damage is increased by 15%. And then every time you damage an individual 5 times, you deal 6,466 additional damage to the enemy. 4-piece of that and a 2-piece of the other one, and we'll be good to go. But what I should do right now is let's take this to a challenge rift. We are doing a difficult challenge rift. It's not easy. Let's kind of take the build that we have built right here and put it into play. Now, we are missing the 2 weapons that we need. We're missing the primary and we're missing the secondary. But let's see where we're at. Level 241 in the challenge rift. We're going to rip through it and see how well this build does. Now, this is not like I was talking about open world farming, but this is more challenging. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to work out. So I really like that I could just run just super fast through everything. And then if I want to, I can just charge in. I could charge in again, Wrath of the Berserker, and Whirlwind on everything. Oh, actually, is this not saying that the monster difficulty is high? Did I gain enough power so that this isn't like hard anymore? That'd be pretty cool. Get a few more levels. All right, now I love that this Barbarian can be fast. That's something that I just missed. I had it with the Demon Hunter, but it wasn't like the Barbarian able to just like run like crazy across the map. It really is something special about the Barb. When you're an aggressive player and you just want to go ham, yeah, I like Furious Charge. Furious Charge definitely knocks them up, slows them down, gets them stunned. You could do your stuff. It really works the best. I prefer it over Ground Stomp. I prefer it over Leap. Although Leap is nice, gets you out of the way very quickly. Alright, we're just going to kind of run on through here. There's some more blues. We're going to charge into them. Oh, I missed. Do this. We'll grab that. Yeah, there we go. Shredding all this. No problem whatsoever. Get a little health. We got some more blues right over here, so we're going to run over there. I love that when you're running, it allows you to just run right through everything. Nothing is going to get you stuck. And look at how I'm just shredding these up. This challenge rift level is very close to where I start seeing things become a lot more difficult. All right, so we're just gonna go here. We're gonna get the frenzied shrine. I'm gonna just go back and forth a little bit, then we'll charge on them. Charge on them again. The yellows can be tough to get through, but we got this. Oh man, that shredded right through it, nice and easy. Over the bridge, right into the blues right here. Oh, lots of blues. There we go. Whirlwind through. Man, the damage here is incredible. Did you see all those damage numbers just flying up in the air? Wow, that was nice. Final boss. How's it gonna go? Charge. Wrath of Berserker. Ultimate. Now, something that I have noticed is it gets difficult when you... Oh, no. Like right here. I just got struck by it. When you're dealing with enemies that are strong, you have to get right on top of them with the Barbarian, and that's a problem. I can't go from a range. I have to deal with getting hit. Looks like we got this taken down though pretty easily. Look at that. Boom. New Paragon level as well. We did just redo our Paragon tree also, and we're gonna go spend that point. We're gonna get out of here, and we did also just upgrade another piece of our secondary gear, which was fantastic. This is the fastest, in my opinion, this will be the fastest build for the Barbarian, with Furious Charge, with Sprint, with getting everything modified the way that I want it to go. It's gonna really be, it's going to be okay in the end. Let's go spend our Paragon point, which I believe I'm just going right here for some armor, and we're looking pretty good. When you take a look at the combat rating, 11,639. Damage only 10,728. I need more damage. We're getting there though, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you can tell me your favorite barb build. I'll see you guys tomorrow.